Dasara, that occurs in the autumn season around September-October, is another festival that brings the faithful in their thousands to Prasanthi Nilayam. Dasara is also the occasion when devotees get a chance to experience the grandeur of the Vedas. Many mistakenly believe that the Vedas are exclusively associated with Hindu rituals. It is true that Hindu priests chant Vedic hymns during all the rituals they perform. At the same time, we must remember that the Vedas focus heavily on the ultimate truth, besides making clear how one may overcome spiritual ignorance. In this sense, the Vedas are universal. And it is for that reason that Swami makes it a point to draw attention to the Vedas, and not because they are Indian in origin. The Vedas focus on a mystical, eternal something that is beyond this world, beyond this universe, beyond space and time itself, and is changeless. It is that something beyond words, and even the mind and the Vedic seers were in quest of, and with good reason too. Indeed, across the ages, several seekers have been engaged in this very quest, though by different means. Einstein was one of them, and he gives expression to this beautifully. Explaining why he pursued science, Einstein once said, quote, "A knowledge of the existence of something we cannot penetrate, which only in their most primitive forms are accessible to our minds, it is this knowledge and emotion that constitute true religiosity. In this sense, I am a deeply religious man." End of quote. Einstein tried to catch a glimpse of cosmic infinity through science, while the seekers of the Vedic age sought that very same eternity via the path of devotion and spiritual inquiry. The Vedas have two major parts, one connected with chants and rituals, and the other dealing with ultimate reality. It turns out that even rituals have deep meanings. Yajna is one of the important Vedic rituals about which Bhagavan Baba has this to say, quote, "The sages used to perform yajnas for gaining mastery over the senses. The real nature and meaning of yajna is the overcoming of all our bad tendencies, throwing them into the fire of sacrifice." What is sacrifice? What is that one must give up? Is it the transient wealth that one has? Sacrifice means giving up one's desires, greed, and extreme miserliness. Unless you sacrifice desire, anger, greed, and so on, you cannot attain divinity. Unquote. That is the real point. Yajnas are performed for achieving inner purity through sacrifice. In order to call attention to the importance of yajna, Swami started to have yajnas performed regularly in Prasanthi Nilayam, with the specific purpose of promoting universal peace. and an intense yearning for God. The rituals that form a part of the yajna have many aspects, one of which is the worship of the sun as God Almighty. The worship of the sun might appear like an old pagan ritual bordering on the superstitious. That, in fact, is the current attitude of the atheistic followers of science. If the sun did not exist, we too would not. Scientists know this, but are not bothered about giving thanks to the Lord of the universe for creating the sun, because most of them do not believe in God. However, it was different with the ancients. When they worshipped the sun, it was not so much the physical sun they were thinking of, but the Lord who created the sun for our benefit. In fact, in Konarak in Orissa, there is a temple dedicated entirely to the sun god. The yajnas performed in Prasanthi Nilayam last 7 days, the climax being the Purnahuti function that marks the end. After the completion of the yajna, Swami personally blesses all those present by sprinkling the holy water.